Live from our 7 Tasmania studios, your nightly news with Louise Huber begins now.
To other news now, and Targa has rekindled hopes for motoring enthusiasts, unveiling plans for a new Tasmanian event. This year's competition was axed due to recent multiple fatalities, triggering new regulations which are set to be released next week.
It's an iconic event that gets cars and hearts racing. Casey Price, one of thousands sad to see Targa Tasmania wiped from this year's calendar.
Disappointing, of course, because everyone's so excited for the event and it's a fantastic event for the economy as well. However, I think it was warranted.
Targa now going solo to put the race back on the road in April next year, unveiling a 6-day course from Lagana to Ridgeway Park.
I've already entered. It was a no-brainer for me when they sent out that email and said, hey, look, you can transfer your entry.
The state government is staying loyal, confirming the almost $2 million it committed from 2023 to 2027 has been extended to 2028. Meantime, motorists have taken to Facebook to voice their support, saying it's a step in the right direction and the start of a bigger and better future for Targa, adding the course looks so great it might be time to buy another car. But detractors say a lack of southern stages are driving them away, with concerns from some corners over being able to secure a permit and insurance. Targa Australia is in the midst of developing its own regulations, due to come online next week. It's hoped the new guardrails will work to keep competitors safe after the event was rocked by 4 fatalities in 2 years. A review into the viability of future rallies also yet to see daylight. Brianna Boylan, 7 Tasmania News.
A Queenstown woman has been charged with drink driving after crashing her ute through the front yard of a Queenstown house and blowing more than twice the legal limit. Police say the 35-year-old lost control of the vehicle, driving through 2 pedestrian crossing barriers before venturing onto the wrong side of the road and into the fence. She's expected to face court in September. A cadaver dog from New South Wales Police has been redeployed to search for Belgian tourist Celine Cremer, who's been missing since last month. Police say they have an additional area of interest after analysing the 31-year-old's mobile phone activity last week. The dog will be used today and tomorrow. It was brought in for the search for Cheyenne Lee Tatnell, with human remains believed to be those of the 14-year-old found on Wednesday. Unique crafts and goods were on display at the first handmade corner market at Summer Hill, offering homewares, jewellery, sauces and even homemade dog food. Organisers say it's an opportunity for Tasmanian creators to showcase their wares.
Most people have been getting cheese or a value mix pack.
We're so pleased with the turnout, especially given the weather. We just wanted a space for all our local Tassie makers and young entrepreneurs to come, feel safe and supported.
The markets will now be held on the last Saturday of every month. Hundreds of birds have been judged at this year's North versus South Chook Challenge in Brighton. Entries from all over Tasmania were submitted, all hoping to claim the coveted title of Cutest Chook.
Flocking to check out the best in Tasmanian bird fancying. Around 600 specimens from poultry to pigeons to canaries suited up for the chance to be crowned the state's cutest bird. The Royal Hobart Show's first event getting underway.
Some of the birds that are here would be some of the best that are in Australia.
Farmers, bird lovers and schools all submitting their prize chooks for consideration.
We've got exhibitors come from as far away as Smithton to Geefston and from Bicheno, and exhibitors all the way in between, so it's been a great turnout.
A tough criteria awaits those chosen to be judged by an expert panel.
You're looking for birds that are in top condition as far as feather, cleanliness and presentation.
This black pit was crowned champion of the day, but many more received an impeccable mention. The North vs South Chook Challenge is serious business. The South claimed to win this year, following a win to the North the year before, all thanks to this silkie from Dominic College, and there was no foul play. while Rachel and Maisie Jager's entries exceeded expectations.
This is Apple, and she's a Buff Orpington Bantam Duck, and she got best of breed today.
I've got my Belgian deer called Miffy, who won best Belgian deer.
The Royal Hobart Show will return in October. Ruby Cairns, 7 Tasmania News.
Breast cancer is a disease close to the heart of many Tasmanians, and one football club wants to raise awareness in a big way. Players at Old Scotch donning special Guernseys for the event held today, raising funds for a well-known charity.
Fighting for a cause affecting 1 in 8 women across Australia. Old Scotch Football Club holding its first pink round, raising awareness for breast cancer. The inaugural event, the brainchild of senior men's team captain Jonty Swallow.
The idea just come from a family friend of mine. She actually got diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer. So I just come to the club and a few of the committee members, and we just agreed that we'd put on a day out here on our last home game.
All branches of the Thistles keen to back the idea.
Everyone was all for it, and like with so many females involved with our club, it just made sense to make it happen, really.
The girls are very keen to wear pink, and I think the boys wear too, pink socks included, and I think it just gives a bigger meaning to the football team that we play for.
Players wearing a special Guernsey with hints of pink and decorated with a breast cancer awareness ribbon, with money being raised from raffles, jumper sales and an online silent auction.
Australia-wide for the AFL, the McGrath Foundation has been a massive part of that, and it's really good to see that in regional football here down in Tasmania.
Hoping to help women going through a testing time in their lives. Mark Zita, 7 Tasmania News.
Dozens of fans have gathered at the Hobart Cenotaph in celebration of Kate Bush's 65th birthday. The group performing her iconic Wuthering Heights dance in collaboration with fans all over the world.
A sea of red as people from all over Tasmania and even Melbourne join in to celebrate an icon.
It's such a brilliant song. You know, she was such an accomplished songwriter, so creative in so many ways.
Dubbed the most Wuthering Heights Day ever, around 60 hardcore Kate Bush fans took to the Hobart Cenotaph this morning. Their goal, to recreate the chart-topping choreography of Wuthering Heights, the cult classic making a major comeback last year.
So this is all based on the 1978 film clip, as you might know. So you just have to find something red, flowy, even if it's not flowy. I mean, we'll accept anybody to come and dance and have fun.
And it's not just Tassie, the movement's spreading across the globe.
It was actually organised by some woman called Sharon in Germany, and it spread around the world. And this is the 3rd time that Hobart's hosted it.
Those young and young at heart sharing their connection to the song.
A few years ago, Claire did a Kate Bush performance, so we all learnt parts of the dance to do her backup dancing and thought we'd put it into good use today.
Red being a favourite colour too, and loving Kate Bush, just wonderful, wonderful song.
Ruby Cairns, 7 Tasmania News.
Turning to State League football now, and it was a battle of 2nd and 3rd on the ladder, with Clarence squaring off against North Launceston for round 16 at Blunston Arena. Meanwhile, Glenorchy kept Kingborough on their toes in the match with a dominant first quarter.
Clarence kept their opponents in check for the first quarter of the match, holding North Launceston for only 2 points.
And it is a beautiful kick from Jared Harper, splits the middle. The Roos have their 3rd. They're off to a flyer of a start here.
Despite the early turbulence for the Northern Bombers, they eventually managed to take off in the second term, scoring 39 unanswered points and taking the lead by half-time.
He wheels off to his right, he pumps it deep, it's drifting through. It's a magnificent kick again.
Both teams trading blows in the third quarter, with the scores all level before the start of the last term, North Launceston prevailing for the win by 26 points. It was a tough road to victory for bottom-placed Glenorchy facing top-of-the-table Tigers, but something was brewing in the first term with the Magpies in the lead by 12 points.
Dilger meanders in, that'll be the Pies' 3rd.
Unfortunately for the black and white, the Tigers woke up from their early slumber, cutting Glenorchy's lead to just 1 point at half-time. After a close third term, the Tigers captured their prey, running away as 27-point victors. While North Hobart took on Lauderdale at Skybus Oval, the Southern Bombers kept grounded for the majority of the match in a dominant Demons victory. Mark Zita, 7 Tasmania News.
To soccer, and the ladder-leading Devonport Strikers are holding on to the top spot of the NPL after beating the Clarence Zebras 5-1. The team clinching 3 goals in the second half. And at KJ5, the Glenorchy Knights have also walked away winners, defeating Launceston United 5-0.
Today, Hobart 18 degrees, Launceston and Devonport 14, 15 in Burnie. Bushy Park and Grove also 18, Friendly Beaches 17, Flinders and Maria Island 16, King Island, Smithton, St Helens and Strawn all 15, Lowhead 14 and 9 degrees in Lyweenie. Mostly cloudy conditions for the north and west, clearer skies to the southeast. Northwesterly winds are also generating cloud over the state. A cloud band stretches from the Northern Territory through northeastern South Australia and into New South Wales. There are also areas of low cloud over southeastern Australia, southwest of WA and coastal Queensland. Tomorrow, a cold front crosses Tasmania. A ridge of high pressure extends over southern parts of the mainland, while a trough lies to the northwestern and central Australia. Northwesterly winds 25 to 35 knots, tending west to northwesterly. Winds reaching up to 40 knots about the west and south. The west and south can expect west to northwesterly swells, building to 7 metres. A severe weather warning for damaging winds is in place for the majority of the state. A statewide gale warning has been issued tomorrow. There is also a strong wind warning for parts of the south and west. A minor flood warning continues for the North Esk River. Lastly, there is a warning to sheep graziers in the southeast. Tomorrow, Hobart windy with showers. Richmond 18, showers for Ooze. Launceston and Devonport 14 degrees, showers in Deloraine. Windy and showery conditions, 14 for Burnie, Strawn and Curry. St Helens and Whitemark 15, winds easing in Swansea. Looking now to the 3-day forecast, Monday showers easing with possible thunderstorms about the southwest, snowfall to 700 metres in the south. Tuesday, showers about the west and far south with 800 metres snowfall. Wednesday, showers about the west extending to the north and clearing to the west. Taking a look at the mainland tomorrow, sunny in Darwin and Brisbane, a late shower for Melbourne. And currently in Hobart, it's mostly clear with 13 degrees, also mostly clear in Launceston and mostly cloudy in Devonport. And with that severe weather on the way, Lou, please stay safe across our state.
And that wraps up your news for this Saturday evening. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again tomorrow. Have a lovely evening. Good night.